Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with 4 holiday looks for you to try on your clients this season. So stay tuned and enjoy. So after I top coat and cure, I'm gonna go ahead with my white polish and my liner brush and get enough on my brush to where it's thick but not too thick, and I want it thick because I need that texture, that raised texture. So I'm gonna start in the central area of the nail and drag that paint down to the right and then down, and then continue that down, drag it to the right, down, down, drag it to the right, and make sure you have enough on that brush, and then drag it down. And I'm going to continue to do that, and I'm making sure that it's central to the nail so I could fit design on the sides of the nail. Going over to the side of the nail, and I'm gonna make a straight line down the side. Mine's not very straight, so I'm just gonna fix that. And I'm gonna flip the nail and do the same thing on the opposite side. One straight line. Okay, so without curing your gel, you're gonna take some glitter of your choice, or you can use clear acrylic for this. I'm gonna take my swatch stick and I'm going to gently dump this loose glitter over the nail. So I say gently just because if you are too rough with this, it will move your polish around. So I'm gently just putting it all over the nail, and I'm gonna tap the excess off before I put in the lamp to cure. So once that's done curing, I'm gonna take it out and take my nail brush, and I'm gonna dust off all that excess glitter that didn't necessarily get attached to the gel. So now that that's done, you can see and feel the texture, and you guys can notice down at the bottom my gel polish did run together, so that's why it looks like that, but it still came out cute. I'm happy with it. You can feel that texture. So now I'm going in with my D&D red carpet to draw my French tip. The nude that I have on the back, I'm going to put in the description. So here I am starting my French tip. I start with 2 lines on the side because that allows you to get that crisp triangle. And from there, that's where I'm going to make that triangle and go diagonally up into the middle of the nail. I'll do that on both sides. And then I'm going to connect those in the middle with a small half circle. And I'm going to fill the rest of that tip in with the gel polish. And now I'm going to fix my French with my cleanup brush. I'm going to dip it in the acetone and just retrace that half circle to make a sharper French look. So now that that's cured, I'm going to go in with French Tips by D&D, which is my white polish, and start that first set of swirly peppermint lines. So from the right side of the nail, I'm just going to swirl my nail across, keeping it kind of thin where the French tip point is, just because we are going to connect our other swirls to that. So yeah, just make sure you swirl, add some definition by thickening up each end, so the left end and the right end. So I'm just going back in and thinning it out in this area. Doing it very gently because I do not want to mess this up, because that'll just be very annoying. So gently thinning that out, and honestly just making it look exactly how I want it to look until it's perfected. So do as much as you have to just kind of get the look that you're satisfied with. So now I'm going to flip the nail and go in the opposite direction, same concept. And I'm stopping it here because symmetry is not always my friend. And then I'm going to continue it at the other side of where that line meets the other line. And remembering just to curve it and to get that gel polish all the way to the edge to create kind of like a squarish shape at the end. And I'm going to do that on the other side as well. It just adds more of a dramatic effect. So after that cures, I'm going in with my Ferrari Red by D&D, and I'm going to draw more squiggly lines, but they're going to be smaller in the opposite direction that I did the white lines. And it's the same concept as we used with the white lines. You want to keep the lines really curvy, and where they connect, you want to kind of keep it thin. And I did not keep it as thin as I would liked it to have been with the red lines, but it still came out nice. So I'm just doing the same thing, keeping the edges kind of square to add that dimension, and then just ensuring that I'm curving the lines across the nail. Once that cures, I'm going to take it out my lamp, and then I'm going to go back in with my Ferrari Red with a super thin coat but fully covered coat of red, and then I'm going to go in and draw squiggly thin, very thin lines within those white shapes that we created earlier. And this is just going to add some more dimension and a more realistic effect to a peppermint. I kept messing up drawing this squiggly line, so I'm starting halfway within that white space and then just going to connect it. And honestly, do what works best for you, because I always have to stop and readjust, and that's okay. So that's complete. I think it looks really good. Again, I wish I went thinner in that middle with the thicker red lines, but you live and you learn. It still looks very good. So I just cured this, took this out the lamp. So now I'm going to just add a white outline to that French to just give it a little bit more pop. Thinly outlining the French, and you want to be careful because I definitely messed up here. I'm just gonna go ahead and erase all that because, you know, I'm not perfect. I have to redo, erase, redo, but that's what I love about gel polish. So I'm just gonna continue from where I left off and just gently and carefully trace that French with the white. I'm satisfied with how this came out, so I'm going to cure this in the lamp and continue. For this next look, I used D&D's Seasoned Beige. I did 2 coats of that, cured it, and I'm going to use my 𝐏𝐫𝐸 matte top coat and cure that for 60 seconds. After that cures, I'm going to get ready to paint. I'm using my dotting tool and my line brush. And first I'm going in with my dotting tool, focusing on the center of the nail to start that snowflake. And then I'm just going to add 2 smaller dots to the left, the right, the top, and the bottom of that center dot. And then I'm going to add a smaller dot in the corners where the center dot meets those side dots, and that'll be for the smaller arrows on the snowflake. And then I'm going to go in with my line brush, and I'm going to use a little bit of polish on my brush. I'm going to start at the center dot and gently drag through those smaller dots, making sure to leave a point at the end. And I'm going to do that to the bottom, top, left, and right dots. So that came out really good. So I'm going to go back in with my dotting tool and just add a snowball effect to that nail, and then in no particular order, just all around the nail wherever you see fit. At this point, you can cure this and then outline your work with a gel top coat. Instead of that, I just went ahead and, similar to the sweater nail, I'm gonna go in with my white glitter. Without curing first, I'm gonna go in with my white glitter and gently dump the white glitter over the snowflake and all the mini snowballs to get that textured effect. So I'm gonna tap off the excess, and then I'm going to put that in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And once that's all cured, I took it out my lamp and I'm going back in with my manicure brush. I'm gonna dust off the excess glitter. And this is the final look with the textured look. For this next look, I painted the nail white, and now I'm just adding a glossy top coat, and I'm gonna cure that for 60 seconds. And next, I'm going in, after that's cured, with my emerald green color. I'm going to place some of that on my palette, and I'm going to go in with my dotting tool next to start the tree design. So this first line I'm going to make, and I want it to be 3D, so that's why I'm using my dotting tool, and I'm going to make this the longest line since it'll be the bottom of the tree. In each line, I'm going to make smaller than the one below it, so it has that effect that the tree gets larger at the bottom, smaller at the top. So I'm going to do that in this next couple of seconds, so you can just watch as I create those lines. I'm gonna finish this tree off with a red dot at the top, and at this point you can cure your work and then retrace every line and dot with clear top coat, or like in this next clip, I'm gonna go in with my clear acrylic to give it that matted 3D effect. And after I gently sprinkle this acrylic over it, I'm gonna tap off the excess and cure that for 60 seconds. Finished curing in the lamp, I'm gonna go in with my manicure brush to dust off the excess acrylic, and as you can see, it has that textured look, it has that matte look, and honestly I did prefer the glossy, but I just wanted to do this for this video, and I think it's still cute either way. But if you do it matte and you don't like it, you can always go over it with your glossy top coat and just outline those lines as well as the dot at the top. Thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!